On April 24, 2013, a catastrophic disaster struck in Savar near Dhaka, Bangladesh. The Rana Plaza building, an 8-story commercial structure housing several garment factories, collapsed suddenly and violently. The disaster claimed over 1,100 lives and left thousands injured, making it one of the deadliest industrial accidents in history. Reshma Begum, a 19-year-old seamstress, was working on the second floor of the building when it crumbled. In an instant, she was buried under tons of rubble and debris, trapped in a dark, confined space with little hope of rescue. Initial rescue efforts were intense, but as days passed, the likelihood of finding more survivors seemed increasingly remote. For 17 agonizing days, Reshma lay trapped beneath the wreckage. People wondered, how did she stay alive? Remarkably, she found limited supplies of food and water amidst the debris. She discovered dried food items and managed to collect rainwater that trickled through the wreckage. With these scarce resources, she rationed carefully, fighting to stay alive. The darkness was suffocating, and the air was thick with dust. Each breath was a struggle as she tried to keep calm in the claustrophobic space. Her body ached from the weight of the debris pressing down on her. Sharp pieces of concrete had cut into her skin, and she could feel the sticky warmth of her own blood. Her limbs were bruised and swollen, and every movement sent jolts of pain through her body. In the pitch-black void, time seemed to blur. Days and nights merged into one endless stretch of agony and fear. The only sounds she heard were the distant calls of rescuers and the occasional creaks and groans of the unstable ruins around her. She was haunted by the cries of her colleagues, now silent, who had been trapped and perished around her. Her mind drifted between despair and determination. She thought of her family, waiting anxiously for news, and she clung to the hope that she would see them again. Her mouth was dry and parched, her stomach twisted with hunger, but she forced herself to stay conscious and alert. On May 10, 2013, her ordeal took an astonishing turn. Rescuers, still combing through the wreckage in the hope of finding any last survivors, heard faint sounds. They called out, and to their amazement, Reshma responded. Her voice was weak and raspy, but it was a sign of life. Weakened and dehydrated but alive, Reshma was pulled from the rubble, a miraculous beacon of hope amid the tragedy. She was rushed to the hospital, where doctors were astounded by her survival. Her body was a tapestry of injuries, deep cuts, severe bruises, and infections from the unclean environment, yet she had endured. Reshma Begum's rescue captivated the world. Her survival story was not just a miracle, but also a stark reminder of the harsh conditions faced by garment workers.